Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Dan and today we're looking at the whole line of the Blade Runner 2049 Funko Pops. Okay, so before we get into this video, there is one figure I'm missing, and that is the chase version of SAPPER. And I have not yet got him, so I do just want to disclose that at the beginning of the video. Okay, so we're going to unbox these in the order that they were released on the back of the box here. So starting off first with Officer K, who was portrayed by Ryan Gosling in the film. I must also just say, while we unbox these, that I got this whole line for a really good price. I got it for around 700 Rand, which I'll put the conversion to dollars on the screen here. And that is really cheap in my opinion, and I'm quite frankly surprised that these Blade Runner Pops were not more popular. They were out for quite some time before people bought them, and I know it's quite hard to get them now, but they're still going for quite cheap on Pop Price Guide. Okay, so here's Officer K, and he just looks absolutely awesome. I really like the details on this figure. The Blade Runner line is kind of simple with regards to their detail, but I still really like these Pops a lot. There's a lot of nice detail here on his gun, which is really cool, and also on his jacket as well. There's some nice textures on the jacket and on his jersey underneath the jacket. The Blade Runner Pops are not bobbleheads. Those are only Star Wars and Marvel, if I'm not mistaken, but you can move their heads a little bit, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I think this is a really decent pop, very simple pop, but at the same time, the aesthetic in Blade Runner is kind of simple as well, so I think these pops come across really nicely. And yeah, this is Officer K, played by Ryan Gosling. Next up is DECKARD, who is played by Harrison Ford. And one of the great things about this movie is that they didn't actually answer the question on whether or not he's replicants or not. So if you're not familiar with Blade Runner, the first film, is that one of the huge cliffhanger questions was Harrison Ford's character a replicant or not? And everyone thought they were going to answer that question in Blade Runner 2049, and they never did, which I think is actually brilliant. Yeah, this is a really cool figure as well. Obviously, this is not the only Harrison Ford pop vinyl we have. We obviously have a lot of Han Solo figures, but I think this is the only Blade Runner figure we have of him. And again, it's a relatively simple design for this pop vinyl, but at the same time it just comes across really well. I think it does capture Harrison Ford's likeness pretty well, with regards to the detailing and stuff like that on his face. There are a few bags under his eyes, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I like the pose on this figure as well. It's a pretty cool pose. Again, he's got a little handgun like Officer K did, but this gun is slightly different on this figure, which is cool. So yeah, I think it's another really cool figure. Love the color on these on the clothes as well. It's kind of like a neutral color, and yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone would ever want to customize this pop, but if you are into customizing pops, I think this is a relatively cool mold that you could use, especially for the body. Alrighty, and then next up we have Wallace, who is portrayed by Jared Leto in the film. And what's interesting about this figure is his eyes. It's a really interesting color on his eyes. I don't know how many other Funko Pops are like this, but he's sort of got like, he's got the traditional black eyes, but then in the center it sort of is a bit of a gradient into a lighter blue color, which I think is kind of interesting. And I don't think many pops have this this sort of design on the eyes. And yeah, this character in the film is played by Jared Leto, and he's, I guess, the sort of like antagonist in the film. But he's also a pretty cool figure. I like the design on his beard, and his hair goes quite far down at the back here as well. It's also nice detailing and texture on the hair. Again, the mold on the body, relatively simple mold, but I think it also works for the character. And yeah, it does sort of like come across nicely in pop form. I think it does capture the essence of what the character is in the film. So yeah, I think it's a really cool Funko Pop. Yeah, again, pretty simple, but I think with this whole line, the Blade Runner Pops, they are relatively simple, but I kind of like that as well. They're not super crazy or super colourful like other Pops are. Cool, and then next up we have the character called Love, and she's kind of like the assistant to Wallace in the film. So she's kind of a bad guy at times, but I think she ends up becoming a good character. Can't really remember, I need to rewatch the film. Okay, so this pop does come with a stand, which I think is needed because she has little high heels and she's definitely not going to stand like this. So yeah, so you definitely need a stand for her. With her stand on, she can obviously stand pretty well. What I really like about this figure is the sort of transparent, I guess, like glasses or eye technology that she has on her face here. They are like a transparent orange color, so you can see her normal eyes underneath there. And then she's got some really cool earrings on the sides here. That are pretty, they're like a bit of like a rubber, I guess like a hard rubber material, so I don't think they're going to come off easily either if you do choose to display your pops out of box. But yeah, she's really, really cool. I really like the simple white design on this character, and I just love her unique face design. I don't think we often see pops with this more sort of transparent eye piece or eye tech on their faces. I know a few pops have done like transparent masks and glasses before, but it's not that common in my opinion. So I really do like this pop. I love her pose as well, and I think it comes across really well in pop form. Really cool character in the form, and I really like the pop design on this figure as well. Cool. And then we have Sapper in the form. I don't think it's how you say his name, but I don't know how to say it, so this character is portrayed by Dave Bautista in the film, so you'll know him from the Marvel films as Drax. I think the best part about this figure is his face. It's really, really simple, but I think it's just a really cool face design. I really like his like shaven head feel and look to it. That is obviously just like a paint, it's just painted on. And yeah, I think it does capture Dave Bautista's facial features quite nicely. The mold is extremely simple on this figure, like very, very simple. He's got some boots on, some gloves, and sort of like his orange jumpsuit, but at the same time, in the film, this character is a pretty simple looking character. And he isn't actually in the film for that long, so I'm kind of surprised he got a pop, but I guess he is portrayed by Dave Bautista though. I would say he's probably my least favourite in the line, quite honestly. The Chase version is really, really cool because he has like a really cool helmet on. But I think this is it's a pretty nice figure, and if you are a fan of Dave Bautista, I think you'll like this pop as well. Cool, and then last but not least we have Joy, and she might be my favourite pop of this line actually. I'll show you why now. I'll just get the stand out of here. So Joy is, I guess, like the virtual assistant and hologram to Officer K, and she almost becomes a bit of a love interest in the film. And I think she's a really cool character in the film. Okay, I think that's fine for now. But the really cool thing about this pop is her transparent jacket. It's like this rubbery jacket, but it's like this transparent yellow color. She has the same jacket in the film, obviously, which looks amazing in the film, and I think it looks super cool in this pop form. It's like a rubber material, and it's just very, very cool. The other really cool thing about this figure is her hairstyle at the back here. She got like this long ponytail, and then also like on the side of her fringe here, she has like these pieces coming down off the face as well. So it's a really cool design on this pop. I think it comes across really, really nicely. Definitely captures the character's likeness in the film really, really well. So I think she's super, super cool. And I think this rubber jacket is just absolutely insane. Gives it a really nice futuristic feel, but it's also a relatively simple design as well. Cool guys, so that is the Blade Runner 2049 Funko Pop line besides the Chase. Let me know what your favourite one is in the comments down below, and are you interested in picking up this line eventually? Personally for me, Blade Runner 2049 is one of my favourite films of this last decade, so I definitely had to pick up these Funko Pops, and they were for such a good price in my country as well, so I really, really did have to take the whole line. Slight damaging on the boxes, which is okay, I don't really mind that. And yeah, these pops are just absolutely amazing. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I know I haven't done a lot of Funko Pop videos recently, and that's just because we've been moving and it's been crazy, crazy, crazy. But we're slowly starting to settle into this new house now, so I'm hoping to have new Funko Pop videos coming more often. Thank you so much for watching this, guys. I've got some movie reviews dropping this week as well, so stay tuned for that. And thank you for watching this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there, and bye-bye.